House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
All right, everybody, it is Tuesday, which means we got about 8 minutes to break down the wonderful world of real estate on Guam, a lucrative industry if ever there was one. Liz and Gina are in their comfortable and beautiful offices, I might add. Ladies, nice choice of color and some foliage in the background, even if Gina, yours is a picture. That's a very nice, is that breadfruit?
Yes.
That's a lovely breadfruit. Okay, so what I was and this topic today comes from our own Gina Campos, and they want to actually turn the tables, flip the script, as the kids say, on me, and actually they want to pepper me with questions and everything like that. So, like, hopefully I don't screw this up. So here we go.
No, you're gonna pepper us with questions, Jay. You're our buyer today.
I already messed up. I can't even get this part right. Okay, so
you're the buyer today, Jason.
I'm the buyer. Okay, so Madam Realtor, I, as a buyer, I'm very, very concerned about the fact that, you have both been telling me and the rest of our audience watching this segment that it has been a seller's market, and it's very healthy that way. But as a buyer, I'm always wondering if I want to get a deal, and I've got a pretty good deal on the books right now. All I have to do is just say, let's make it happen, and I can pull the trigger at any second. But I'm kind of worried that if I don't wait maybe like 8 more weeks, I might be able to get a better deal. It's almost like playing the stock market and everything like that. Like, there's a little bit of hesitancy on my part, maybe a little bit of like greed. Can I save a little bit more? Is there any indication that if I wait, I might actually get a better deal 90 days from now?
That won't happen, Jason. We're in a seller's market right now. And if there is a piece of property that you've seen, or a house that you're interested in, recommendation is to submit your offer, but bear in mind you're competing. So we tell our buyers, if you're looking at a particular piece, you looked at it, you really like it, just know you're competing. You're competing with other buyers in this market, and competition is stiff. I know Gina at one time had 30 offers on one piece of property. I've seen other properties that had 5 offers, 10 offers, and many of our agents got beaten out. Some of our agents have gotten beaten out, and some have actually gotten their buyer an offer accepted. So in terms of should you wait, I don't recommend you do based on today's market. However, if you get a good realtor to assist you in the process, hopefully they can write up your offer and compete with other buyers, and write up your offer in a way that your offer gets accepted. So it's a question of how you craft your written offer.
Okay, and Liz, you used the key phrase there. I don't know if you did that deliberately, but you said there was an interest on my part. So Gina, as far as the interest rates, is there any indication that the APR may actually go down from what it is today? I know when the pandemic first started, the government actually tried to help the industry and actually had historically low APRs, right? But where are we right now, and is there any indication that it's going to stay where it is or even go down?
The government, basically the federal government has come out, and they are actively advertising the fact that interest rates are going up, and they already started going up this month. They had said that the interest rates will go up effective, starting in March, but it has already gone up. And so the way I explain it to people is, for me, I think the interest rate is really what drives me personally when I'm looking at financing something, because that interest rate is what you're going to be paying for the next 5 years. For the next 30 years, if you're doing a fixed rate loan, you're really trying to lock it in. You qualify based on interest rates. So for instance, if my income is fixed, and I know this is what I've been making for the last 2 years, because that's what the banks look at. They look at your income for the last 2 years, and if you're self-employed for the last 3 years, and they use that number, and they say, okay, based on what you're taking home, and based on the current interest rate, this is the amount you could get. Let's say I qualify for $300,000, which is in this market won't get me very much. But let's say they say, okay, Gina, you qualify for $300,000. So that's based on the current interest rate and my fixed income. Most of us are on a fixed income. So let's say the interest rate goes up. that means the amount of money. So what I'm going to pay for that loan has gone up. That means the amount that I'm going to borrow will have to go down to adjust. That's how it works. So now I can only borrow $275,000 because the cost has gone up. And that's why interest rates are so important. And yes, it's going to go up. And what's that going to do? It's going to knock some people out of the ball game.
Like me, probably knowing my luck. But then I think what I actually took away from this is, even though you guys may have metaphorically, rained on my parade and said you shouldn't actually wait, you guys actually just educated me and said now is actually probably the opportune time to make that deal happen and pull the trigger on that deal. Because right now, because things may change in the very near future, and I may actually, lose out on opportunity.
That's right. And it's not just happening on Guam. It's happening across the nation. Inventory is limited. And it's the same question. I had someone the other day talk about buying in another state, and they were advised to wait. But I'm telling them, how long do you wait? Do you wait? The interest rates go up. Your chances of buying something is lessened because the inventory is slim. You got to strike while the iron's hot. However, you have to be prepared. Strike while it's hot, but you have to be prepared to go the distance. And when I say to be prepared, in some of the cases, some of the properties, if you're cash, of course, that makes it a little easier because you can close sooner and it may not require an appraisal. But when you're getting a bank loan, it would require an appraisal. And some offers we're preparing usually state that in the event the appraised value of the property is less than the purchase price, buyers are sometimes willing to pay the difference up to a certain amount. So that makes their offer a bit more enticing versus a competing offer that states subject to appraisal. So again, it's crafting your offer to compete with other potential buyers.
I'm actually writing that down right now. Strike while the iron is hot. Okay, so Gina, I'd like to give you the opportunity. You have the final word in today's segment. Maybe coin a cliche as well as Liz did and everything like that. But if I make an offer on a property, residential, commercial, what have you, and everything, how long is that offer good for? Like how long?
Well, so you dictate that, Jason. When we write up a contract for you, the contract does ask for a timeline. How long are you giving the seller to respond to you? And some agents right now in this particular market, because of the competitiveness, there are some listings where the listing agent will just outright tell us the seller wants to wait a week before they respond to any offers, or 2 weeks, or next week, Wednesday is when we're going to respond to all the offers. And so, but you can dictate that as well as the buyer. You can say, listen, I need to know if I should move on quickly. So even though I know the seller wants to wait a week, I'm only going to give them until tomorrow afternoon to let me know, because if this doesn't work, I'd like to go on and move on to the next property. The thing that
I was actually thinking maybe like 30 days, end of the current billing, end of the current month, or so these are very short windows.
Yes, they are short windows. And Jason, I mean, we're telling people strike while it's hot, and we're telling people the market is a seller's market. The thing of it is, for buyers out there, ultimately it's your decision. Our job is to give you the information, but I can only imagine how that feels. You're trying to find a home. You're concerned about your budget. You're concerned about your monthly payments. It's competitive because, gosh, every time you turn around, we're telling you that. But at the same time, I personally, I feel like when I'm working with my buyers, if they tell me, Gina, we want to jump, I'm going to jump with them. But if their philosophy is, if this is going to work, it's going to work no matter what. And I'm okay going for the long ride. So if it means we look for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, we're going to do it together. I never want my customers, my buyers that I'm working with, I don't want them to feel that they have to make a decision today, because that's what the market dictates. I'm going to share the info with them, but I don't, because it's so stressful. I hate having them buy real estate under those conditions.
This is, I can typically be stressed, but you guys are actually really helping me out. And you know what? Knowledge is power. And the fact that you guys have educated me and all of our beloved viewers out there on what to think about when you're trying to get the perfect deal for that home or that commercial property of your dreams. That really eases the stress, as well as beautiful artworks of breadfruit over your right shoulder. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate it as always. I feel a lot better. This strike while the iron is hot. That's today's lesson. Very well made. All right.
But it's up to you.
Oh, there you go. But it's up to you. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.